Alright, so is everybody logged in?
How do I get that?
Now that we can just close, actually, that's something on these, the notebook PCs. Yeah, you should be good. Yeah, you don't have that. Alright, so I thought we were going to be able to see this, but I'm going to have to turn the lights out. Can everybody see their...
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. I got the same thing you got. Not the same, but our regular screen with our regular stuff on it.
I don't have an automatic restart scheduled.
Yours.
It did something. I didn't
Automatic.
touch anything.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. What that is an automatic restart. She got a prompt for, and for those of you who ever use a computer, you probably got a prompt before saying automatic restart due to updates. Those are safe to do. You never use one of those? What's your question? How did you get? Okay, so we're gonna go over that now. All right, so
Have you ever dealt with seniors before?
yeah, actually a lot actually.
Okay.
So my name's Adrian Broussard, for
Okay.
those of you who don't know, and the main thing here is, yes, I have dealt with seniors. I want you to be able to ask any question you want, and do not be afraid. Do not feel like any question is stupid. This is a place where we learn. Okay, so you ask any questions, however many times you need to ask, and we're gonna go over it. And the thing is, I need participation. I like people to help. Now, I need one volunteer to actually man my computer. Any volunteers?
What does that mean, man?
What is, well, basically you're gonna do whatever I'm asking you to do on my computer. So
Okay.
if you just know how to kind of browse around and stuff like that.
I'll try.
All right. All right, so just kind of starting off, when you say you haven't used a computer, do you know about the pad?
But I'm in this
Okay, so
laptop.
you have your basic keys right here, and this is your mouse. The little pad. As you move everybody's familiar with the mouse pad?
Yeah.
Everybody knows about your mouse pad is right here, and you'll see the little cursor moving around just like you see on the big screen right here, right? So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up the internet. Most people that get on the computer, yes.
It's like, it's hard to see this.
This, okay. See this little, if you feel
I
right
mean, all
here,
of this, even my glasses or something.
it's hard for you to
It's
see.
dark,
Yeah.
it's dark, even with the glass.
Okay, so just take your hand and just feel right here. It's really smooth. And see when you move your finger,
Yeah, yeah.
that moves.
Okay.
All right, so basically you just want to follow along. Just move your finger wherever we go.
Okay.
All right. All right. So what I want to do is start off by doing Internet Explorer. Now we seem to be missing that icon here. I'm not sure why.
You don't have
Click
it?
that. Click over here.
What do you want?
Left click
She
anywhere in this
wants
big
the-
blue area. 'Cause
he
what
wants
that's
the
going to do
internet.
is that's going to close that. Okay. Now I think Google Chrome has been
Do I
installed.
have that?
Nope. What you
Earthling.
have
Oh,
it?
what's the internet?
Okay. So she's already ahead of the game. We're going to go ahead and get on the internet now. There's many different versions of the what they call a browser, right? So we have Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, and we have, what's the other one? Firefox. This little icon right here, this little multicolored icon, that's Google Chrome. That's one of the most popular that people use. All right, the other one is a blue E, which I'm not sure what happened. I think one of my kids maybe got to my computer this morning. But we're gonna go ahead and do that. What I want you to do, come right here. This is a search bar. If you'll notice in the lower left-hand corner of your screen, there's a little bar. This bar is very smart, and what it allows you to do, it allows you to search through your computer for files. It allows you to search the internet, and it's smart enough to know when you're looking for something. So what I want you to do is left-click one time. Okay, now you right-click,
Okay.
Left.
which is fine.
No.
Okay, because I need you to do stuff like that, because that's how I'm
Which
gonna
you-
help y'all get to understand. So once you left click, I want you to type in IE, which stands for Internet Explorer.
Small letters.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And see, when she typed in IE, the abbreviation for Internet Explorer, notice it popped up at the top. Now, you can either hit enter, or you can take the mouse and you can left click that icon.
So that's how you get to the internet in your system.
That's right, that's how you get to the internet. And by default, we typically have our stuff set to Google, so it'll go straight to Google.
Now this-
Now that, I see that that's in your way. Go ahead and tell it to postpone. So just move your cursor there. You're gonna tell it postpone.
So do we cancel a Google Chrome?
No, we want, that's pretty much what we want. That's something that we're gonna have to work on. Okay,
So,
you're doing
click
good.
it, just click,
Go ahead and left click.
okay, left click, right click, are you?
Now let me
talking
explain that.
about- Yeah.
The
this
left
is-
click is to select stuff, right? Now it's easier with the mouse. We're using the pad. That's something I'm going to work on, is getting some mice for us going forth. But typically on the mouse you have a left click and a right click. Okay, and left click is used to select stuff. Right click is used to give you options. And just to show you what I mean by that, all right, what I want you guys to do, if anybody who has a browser up, I want you to go ahead and minimize it. See the button? There's three buttons all the way at the top, upper right hand corner. There's an X, there's a square, and there's a little dash. The little dash is called minimize. The X is closed, the square is maximize, which makes the screen bigger and fills up your whole computer screen. The dash minimizes your screen. Okay? So I want you to go ahead and hit the minimize button if you haven't already. Good.
This thing that says Earthlink, August 15 to 23.
Now, see this one at the top, a little dash?
Yeah.
Down right there, not the three lines, the one by itself. Okay, you're good.
That little
I
part that
think I'm
says
good.
Earthlink.
No problem. You have a little complication here. Come to you right in a second. Okay. You can click use.
Gotta get there.
Right. So because this is the first time you use it on this computer, it's just telling you about updates. Go ahead and hit OK. All right, perfect. Now, see your minimize button? Okay.
X out Earthlink.
Oh, for that, we can just click here
Okay.
and that disappears.
Oh, no.
Solutions.
Yeah, no, that's a neat little feature we're gonna get to. It's called the sticky note. So you know how people always writing sticky notes and pasting them everywhere? You can actually do sticky notes on a computer.
Is that an app that you had put into this computer?
No, that is a default,
So it comes with the system.
I have to just say it like let's get that away. Yes, it's a default thing within Windows. Now, who remembers, we'll touch on that right quick. Who remembers what we said when we're looking for something? Now, what she was talking about was called sticky notes. How many of you have ever wrote a bunch of sticky notes, had them all around the house, all around the office, whatever? Well, they made it really convenient where you can keep it on the computer, right? So if we want to search for something, where do we go? Stay the same.
Right,
All right.
right click?
No.
No.
Where do we search
Oh,
for something?
search at the bottom there.
Uh-huh, in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, right? So if we come here, left click, right? All right, now type in sticky notes. STIC, and as you start typing it in, you're gonna see stuff pop up. We
Okay.
need-
Sticky
need a yes.
notes, there. Sticky notes popped up.
Right. Now, when you see sticky
I'm gonna take
notes,
something wrong. I'm gonna wrong.
you're on board. So type in ST, and you're gonna see something pop up. See it pop up?
All right, okay.
So now move that cursor here
Okay.
and press
That's
the
all.
left click. Or just tap on, move the cursor and just tap the box. Okay, so you're doing good. Okay. You're gonna move the cursor down here. Move that till it's down here. Right? Okay, now tap one time. Okay. Now it's when you see that cursor, when you see that blinking cursor down here, that means that that bar is ready to accept information. And that goes for on the computer, that goes for when you're online, when you're in a browser bar, it doesn't matter. When you see that cursor, that means that it's ready to input information. So if you click something and you don't see that, that may be due to the fact that you misclicked. You didn't directly click on where you're supposed to be. Okay? So once you get that, what you have, go ahead and type in sticky notes. STI, and it'll start coming up right as you,
Bring that up to the internet for her.
is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, bear with me one moment. I'm just gonna get her connected so she can follow along. All right, now for those of you who have brought sticky note up, you're gonna left click. Yeah, you have it. You're doing good. So you just left click or tap.
Okay.
See, this is
Oh,
left,
I
this is
guess
right. But
I
if you
was too far
can,
over.
because it is kind of dark in here, so we
Yeah, I
can just tap. And there it goes. Now you'll notice, if you've done it correctly, that you have a sticky note that popped up on your screen. It should be a little yellow square.
Oh, wow.
Mine's is white.
Or white.
It could be white,
With
yellow,
yellow at the
somewhere
top.
in that area.
Okay.
There's yellow at the top, John.
Yeah, right there.
Kind of yellow.
What did you tap to get it to go to that little sticky note thing?
The little box in front of sticky note.
No, now you gotta go up. So we gotta take that cursor
Oh.
and move it up. So we have to
Is
aid
that yours
up
up
to
there?
sticky note.
Yeah.
And then tap.
Charlotte,
Uh-huh.
is that yours
Yes.
up there?
Yes.
Well, you gotta put
That's
the
all right, just
S
right in
on
the middle area. It
sticky.
doesn't matter exactly where.
I
You
gotta
don't have to
put
be
the
right on.
S,
Okay,
S.
try.
Oh.
There you go.
Sticky.
You got it.
All right, so it connected.
Tell me how to put the
ST.
S again?
Okay.
First, where you have the
Oh.
I guess.
All right, now yours is a little bit different, so you're just gonna have to follow along
Okay.
right now.
Oh, shoot.
That's all right. That's all right. Where we at?
There you go, sticky note.
Now, no, see,
No, that's
she is.
different.
Where is she right now?
She's
Anybody know?
searching.
She's searching the web,
Right.
right? So we don't want to be here
No, you
because
want.
right now we're just looking at sticky notes on the web. So we're not interested in ordering some post-its or sticky notes.
So you
we're
gotta
gonna go ahead.
close that.
Now, what's the button to get rid of this? What did we say to get rid of this?
The X at the top.
The top of
Well,
whatever it is.
the X will close it, but we don't necessarily want to close it because we're going to come back to the internet. So what do we want to do? We want to
Make it small.
Make it small,
Minimize.
but the proper term,
Minimize.
minimize.
Right.
Okay?
Oh, this is fun.
So, and there we go, just like that. So, real easy, real simple. Now, this, okay, we didn't get no sticky notes.
I'll go
So
back.
we're gonna go back.
I'll go
And
back.
spell it right this
Go
time.
Yeah.
sticking up. Or you was behind you.
Oh. Yeah, we're gonna have to rework this camera situation. All right, so
All right.
what has happened is she had it. But now this is a great thing about sticky notes, and this is good if you're doing a home business or something like that. You have a lot of things going on. Number one, all your sticky notes will be here. They won't be all around the house. Kids can't get to them, husbands can't get to them. Whatever's going on, people can't bother you. But we can hide this, right? So every time you open an application, down here is considered what's known as the taskbar. Whenever you have something going on, you will see an icon pertaining to that program down here. When you click that icon, what she just did, it popped up with the sticky note. Click that icon again, please. Now what you'll notice is that that icon has made that sticky note disappear. All right, so to do that, bring your cursor down to the taskbar, click the little icon that looks like a sticky note. You don't have, yeah, you might want to do that for now.
Yeah.
Just because her search bar is not,
Okay.
it's configured a little bit differently.
I was kind of sure.
All right, yep, you got yours, good. All right, left click, remember, left click to select,
Left click to select.
so bring it down just a tad bit more.
Suggest.
Left click, you're fine, that's that little aggravator, we're gonna change the time on that. Yeah, we won't be here 4 hours. Right, okay, so once again, left click, disappear. So everybody got the feel for that? When you bring a program up, if you want it to disappear, you can just left click and it'll make it disappear. Now, I want you to left click that icon again to bring it back.
Mine didn't disappear. It was still, it's still there from the first when you came.
It's gone.
Oh,
See, it's not-
on there, but
Right, now, okay, I'll explain what she just
Okay.
brought up.
I hit the wrong thing.
All right,
Whoa, she got good stuff.
you minimize it, okay?
Sticky note.
Hover over the, now, as you hover over the icon, I want you to move the cursor off, and just come back. Don't click it, just hover, make the cursor hover over it. Bring it down. All right, so what we notice here is the sticky note, there's an icon showing you kind of like a preview. It's not the actual sticky note, but it's a preview. So if you click that,
what happened to it?
okay, you can go ahead and click that and it should bring back the sticky note permanently, because I think if you move off, it'll go away. So go ahead and click it.
Yes.
It went away.
It went away. Click it. Bring it back. All right. Everybody's following. Everybody understands how to send it away, bring it back. Any questions? All right.
Didn't even know.
How do we make something go away?
You say so?
Didn't hit it again.
Okay. How do we make it go? Well, she just said it, but how do we make it go away without actually closing it all the way out? If we want to bring it back up later,
We minimize.
minimize. That's correct. All right. So now we'll see where is this really, really relevant, right? So now we have our little sticky notes. We want to go online. All right. So you can choose. The computers are set up a little bit differently. Everybody's going to have their own little browsers, but we're going to work through it. All right. So you can choose to use Internet Explorer, which is the blue E. All right. Or you can use the multicolored icon, red, green, yellow, blue, which is Google Chrome. So I want you to open up the internet,
Which you wanted open with?
Either or.
either or.
I have a.
So all you're doing is, that's correct. All you're doing is, you're gonna bring the cursor on that icon and you're gonna left click, because left click does what?
Oh,
Left click selects, that's right.
Okay.
Right click gives you options, left click will select.
okay, my Google Chrome is up here and not down at the bottom.
Doesn't
That's
matter.
right,
That's fine.
okay. So
Now this
I'm
one
gonna,
says,
Now, in your situation, because yours is at the top, you will have to double tap.
Chrome did not shut down.
that
correctly.
I've never understood, why sometimes you double tap.
Right.
Mhm.
And we've got to do it just a little bit faster.
Okay,
And yeah, some things you do, you have to double tap. Some things you do, you have to single tap. And it just really takes some playing with the computer and getting used to it. Now, there's some settings that, we can change and try to make everything single click, but that's usually a hassle. People don't typically do that. So we're not going to get into that. I'm going to show y'all the default ways of how to do stuff. And as you learn and as you come to these classes and as you grow, if you want to do that, you'll know how. All right, so we have successfully made it online. So now we're gonna go ahead and do our first search. I want y'all to bring up It's Me, www.itsme.com. Now, how do we do this? For those of you who may not know how to do this,
so that's,
this is our browser bar. This is how we search for things. Okay, whenever we have something we want to look up on the internet, all right, that is how we do it. Now you have two bars. You have the Google search, and you have a bar at the top. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's that's another search. That is, if you want to go to something directly and you don't want it to return a listing of things, just for example, let's just do computer repair. So in this bar, we're gonna type in computer repair.
okay, mine is different.
Now, give me a second. I'm gonna come around. If you don't have Google, don't worry. I'm gonna come get you on.
Okay.
Yeah. No, wait. Okay, he's gotta tell us. See, computer repair. It comes up down here and we could have just brought it up. I wanna get this off the thing, cause I don't think we need it.
I thought you could just, no, I don't know. Exit. See if you can.
I know we could exit out. I just don't know if we
All right.
can do that.
Let that come up.
There's like something searching for something I don't know. I'm not here. This thing.
Okay, now yours is doing something.
Now that we have computer repair, do we look for stuff?
Okay, so I went to the E now I'm here.
Yeah, we're gonna use Google because
Okay.
see, and that's just so you notice what's going on.
With all
She
this?
clicked on the E. She clicked on the E,
And I clicked on it.
and you clicked on the E. Two of these, they have problems. Now these are brand new computers, okay, and they're already having issues. But see, that's what's gonna come with time and basically being here. You're gonna learn what works and what doesn't work. So Internet Explorer typically comes with a computer, but a lot of people download Google Chrome and Firefox because they don't have all the issues that Internet Explorer has,
Mhm.
right? So when we opened up Google, so far it came right up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to go ahead and type in computer repair there.
Google to type URL. What does URL mean?
URL is the address for wherever you're going. So just like we have addresses for our home, right? There's addresses for the computer. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but whenever you have www.google.com, there's a number associated behind those words. Okay, and it's called an IP address, and basically it's an address. It's the way people can find you. It's a lot easier for us to remember Google rather than 192.168.1.20, right? So there's a method that's going on behind here that translates that. So all we have to remember is Google. Thank God. because we would not remember all the numbers to JCPenney, Lowe's, Walmart, and whatever other sites we want to go to. All right. All right. So it's already blinking. That means it's ready to accept. Go ahead and type in computer repair. Computer repair.
Okay.
You're good.
I still don't have the, because remember my icon was on the side, so. Status and details.
All right. Go ahead and type in computer repair. You're good. So go ahead and left click here in the search bar, right here, and we're gonna do computer repair.
Here.
In the search bar.
And look, just the computer is smart, right? So when you're looking for something, make sure to check and look up, because as you're typing it in, it's gonna try to help you. So you may not have to spell the whole thing out, right? Computer repair. Now see, it's already up there. Now you could have stopped.
Yeah. Remember?
And you could have just selected one of those. And you could even do, look, computer repair New Orleans, computer repair jobs. All right, so is everybody up to where we are? Look, see how it already came? So you could move the cursor down
Oh, that's it.
3501 could be.
and left click. Remember, because left click selects.
Okay.
Okay, you're good. No, you typed in Google repair. Computer repair.
Oh.
No problem. We're all gonna get there together. Okay, you're good. Of course, y'all are good. All right. So now, this is when you're doing the search, right? This is when you don't know about something, you want some information on it. Google, Bing, Yahoo, those are some of your major search engines. They're going to give you a return on all the different things that it can find on your topic. So since we did computer repair, right, they're going to give us all these different listings. Okay? Now, we can click on any one of these, and it's going to bring us to these particular people's stuff. All right? And now, this is where you have to be careful, because some of these are ads, some of these can be good, some of these can be bad. And that's how a lot of people tend to get viruses on their computer, because they're not careful about what they're searching for. All right? Now, this is only the beginning part of this list. You can actually scroll down. There's a bar on the right-hand side. It's a little gray bar. Now, this is going to be a little bit tricky, but I want you to left-click on that bar, hold it down. So don't just left-click and let it go. Left-click, hold it down, and drag that bar down. And see, as she drags it down, it's going to return us more stuff, right? So everybody's comfortable with that? Anybody needs help or has any questions about the scroll bar?
Really?
That's the only thing you didn't do. You need to space it.
Okay, like a part of you.
So then here's your space bar.
You can always see different.
Yeah, okay. Too late, 22.
No problem.
It won't let me drag it.
Okay, so now that we have the return, we're just gonna go over here to the right.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're gonna left click
And up here,
and scroll down.
up
Can
here.
you see the screen?
Really?
And you get more of the information. Now,
Doing something.
this is a lot easier with a mouse, so I am sorry for you use the mouse
It
pad.
won't let me
Okay, so you
click and hold and
so
drag.
you hold the left click, and you may even have to use two fingers,
Oh,
right?
wait a minute. Wait 1 minute.
Yeah, let me do something real quick just so you guys can see.
Mhm.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
It's hard to see.
Yeah, it does make it hard to see, but this is what I want you guys to notice. At the bottom of the pad, right, there's two little buttons. One is on the left, one is on the right. There's a slit in the middle. The left side is your select. All right. So we are, if you click up top, get the cursor up there. Now, don't put the, what do you call that? That's not a hyphen. The thing behind the S, I'm having brain freeze.
Apostrophe.
The asterisk,
Apostrophe.
yeah, apostrophe. We want to take that apostrophe out because you don't put
Oh,
any
you don't
special
do that.
characters when typing it in.
Okay.
So it's just going to be ITTSME. Now.
I-T-T.
Yeah, I'll help you out.
ITS.
I,
Delete.
I-T-S or I-T-T?
ITTSME.
There's I-T-T-S, and then you just,
All one, huh?
All right.
okay, I'm trying to bring the cursor
Oh,
all the way over to the
okay.
end of it.
Right.
The SME are all together?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
I just saw
she
that.
is, they're separate up there.
I-T-T-S.
Okay.
There's no logical reason for that, huh?
ITT.
Yeah, why two T's?
Maybe it's an acronym for something.
After ITT, it's me, you either,
Oh, wrong.
this must be a perfect number, 6 people work.
Okay. You got it. You're all right, baby.
It'll probably be more next week.
All right. Everybody here got it?
But after that, that's
Dot
it?
com.
Oh, .com.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing good.
.com?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So no space.
Did I space?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So now, if this is not complicated for you, you can just go and delete that space. Yeah, and just hit backspace and hit enter.
Hit enter.
Now yours wasn't supposed to. Oh, because you're still in the Google search. You want to do it in the very top one. When you know exactly where you want to go,
So
And this is
hit
the page.
enter after?
yes.
You're not going to forget that one, because I questioned TT.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Take
gonna
a
stand,
lot.
you better remember that. And you said, it's an
Oh, right.
acronym.
Yes.
ITTS and.
Yeah, acronym for IT technical solution.
So what was wrong with it?
Yeah, the
Technical
HTTPS.
solution.
Oh.
Made easy.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to type that with every website. Now, for those of you who, okay,
I'm just www.
I'm trying to think where I'm
I had
so
never
just
heard
start
of
over
that.
www.
Along the lobby, maybe?
ITTSME period COM. Enter.
Where is LNA Road?
LNA Road is in the LeBar Business Park back there where Safe Light is by airline
at. By
and
McDonald's?
yeah, right. I'm literally right around the corner from the
Oh,
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Oh,
Yeah.
behind
I
McDonald's.
just brought my computer on, y'all prepared.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we do.
Every minute.
We are here to service you and make your experience a lot better than just being another number at Geek Squad.
I know,
So-
you know I'm always.
I know Miss Sanders has been with me for a few years now, so she will tell you we do our best to try to make sure things are
Take
comfortable for you.
material off of one crash.
Yeah,
Do the crash and you take and put it on
and put
that.
on another one. I'll put it on the
Put it-
backup.
Yeah, the backup.
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm so afraid of it.
All right.
We'll see.
There's no reason to be afraid of computers, especially not anymore. Because before y'all leave, y'all will have my card. You can call me with any questions that you have. Okay. But there's no reason to be afraid of the computer. All fear is the unknown. It's just because we don't know. So keep coming out, keep learning. I don't want you guys to stop here. I want you to go home and practice some of this stuff. And as you do it for a week or two, repetition will bring knowledge, because basically what it'll do is it'll stick it in your brain and you'll know. So a month later, 2 months later, you may come back and say, oh, I did this in class. And this applies here, so let me go ahead and use this now. And that's just how, that's how it works. We're getting back to this, so you'll notice this time we didn't get a return listing of all these different websites. We went directly to the website that we wanted to go to. And what this helps with is this helps with eliminating us getting viruses and stuff like that. I only use the search when I have to. If I know a particular website, I'm going to go to that particular website. Why is that? Because when you do a search, there's ads, there's side pages, there's all these different extra pages that you can possibly go to where people are trying to get your information. They're trying to get your credit card, debit card, all these different things. There's scams out there. I don't know if any of you have ever got a call saying, hey, this is Microsoft. We're calling you because you have viruses on your computer. Or, you know, I mean, no disrespect, but you'll get the little Indian guy calling you, hey, you have infections on your computer. We want to help you out. Well, typically that is we're gonna take a brief pause.
You know who it is.
So I like that ringtone, by the way. But yeah, so basically when these people call you, those are scams. Microsoft, Office, or any, none of these people will call you unless you call them first. So if you ever get a call saying, hey, we found your computer's infected or whatever, it's a lie, it's a scam. They will not call you unless you call them. And these people will they'll ask you for permission to remote into your computer, and once they get in, they'll cause havoc. Then they'll ask you for $200-300 to repair your machine when they've caused damage themselves. So just be a little bit leery about that. But when you go to the site directly, this is what you get. So this is our site. Our company is called It's Me, and it stands for Information Technology, Technical Solutions Made Easy. So we're here to take the fear and the hard problems away from technology. We want to make this really simple for you guys. All right, and it should be real self-explanatory and real easy to browse. We said that left click does what? It's used to select, right, where we want to go. So let's just, I'm gonna have somebody else pick. Take a topic and go ahead and click on it. We have computer classes, we have computer services, we have photography services, about us.
Which one you want to click on?
Let's try that.
So somebody call one out and we're all gonna go to it.
I'm doing the photography
About
service.
us.
Which one?
Photography service?
Uh-huh. All right, so
Click here,
this
just-
is our photography service. So if you want to know more about our photography service, really simple, right?
I have this problem. I take pictures that I have to send to New Jersey.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to do that, so I have a whole bunch of pictures that my daughter took off my cell phone, put in my computer.
But you don't know how to send them to
Well,
wherever they need to
You
get.
know, I'll have to
Okay.
figure that out.
No, we do personalized classes too. So if that's something you want to have personal, like outside of this, we can
Right.
set that up. So, but yeah, this is our photography website. So that's linked to our other website, and basically all the information is right here. If you scroll down, there's all our contact information and stuff like that. But this is basic browsing. So this is how we browse the internet. This is how we, search for all the different things that you want to get information about. So if you want to know about cooking, if you want to know about sewing, if you want to know about how to get healthy, going out run, just anything you want to know about, there's no excuse anymore. The internet is here. We can find out anything we want to know through the internet. And I'm gonna show y'all a wonderful, wonderful site. One of my favorite sites that I like to use is called YouTube.
YouTube? What about Wikipedia?
I love Wikipedia too, but not as much as YouTube.
I like
And I'll tell you why. Because YouTube will actually show me a video of whatever I want to know.
Oh, yeah.
If I want to change my oil on my car, I can most likely type in the model of my car, and somebody's gonna have a video of how they change that oil.
Okay.
If I want to, go learn how to cook an apple pie,
Do you have to pay for YouTube?
no,
Oh.
you don't have to pay. It's 100% free. So, and we can do that. We can check that out by going up top.
Why is this thing restarting again?
Well, some of them, unfortunately, that one just had a update. They do that sometimes, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Without notice, right in the middle of something.
Yeah, right. And that's activating. Typically, what I do is I turn my updates off so that you don't have that happen to you. I'm gonna have to do that on these computers. They're brand new computers, so I hadn't got to set all the settings up yet. But I'm gonna do that, so I apologize for that.
Go up there and close for
But yeah, on your computer at home, if you turn off the updates and just make sure, you have to do them,
Oops.
but you want to make sure that you do them when it's convenient for you. Or set them to a scheduled time so that when you do it, set it to like 2 in the morning and just leave your computer on, because that way it'll do it at a time when you're not typically using the computer.
So where do you go in to do that?
To do that, all right.
You don't have to deal with that right now.
No, that is an awesome question. That is a very good question that they need to
You
know.
can do it either way. I do
So
it either way.
we're gonna break away from this because we kind of got an idea of how to browse.
Go ahead.
She just asked me the question, how do we update our computer? Right? That is a very, very good question because you are supposed to do the updates on your computer. By default, it is supposed to do it automatically, but what if it doesn't? Right? Okay, so what we want to do is we want to close this out or minimize it, either one. Okay? And we want to, there's a little white window, we can't see it, unfortunately. Can you move that over just a tad? There we go.
There you go.
Thank you so much. That little blue is blue right now because it's highlighted, but typically it's white. So when she clicks on there, you'll notice that we have a set of options right here, right? So let's go ahead and go to settings.
Okay.
All right, and you'll notice all these different settings and things that we can play around with. So we're not going to get into all these today. We're going to go, can you scroll down just a little bit?
Update.
Now remember, you can click here, or you can grab that and come down, whichever you feel comfortable.
Going down.
To the bottom.
You got it.
Yeah.
We'll go.
Look, you can click here if it's easy.
Yeah, that I can make.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, so you see here where it says update and security? Go ahead and click that. That's the option that we want. So we went to start, then we went to settings, and update and security. And under update and security, we have check for updates, right? So if your computer is not doing updates for any reason, or if you've noticed that it's gone a long time without doing updates, you can come here and tell it check for updates. So go ahead and click that. Now what it's doing is it's going out to the internet and it's going to look for all the updates that pertains to that computer. Every computer is different. Every computer will have different types of updates. Now there are some general ones that will go to every computer, but different computers have different components, therefore it's downloading different updates. And it will be different times depending upon how fast your computer is. So if you have a faster computer, it'll take a little bit less. These aren't super fast, so I'm not sure how long they'll take. But we're not going to go through this whole process. Once it finishes here, it'll give you a list of all the computer updates to install, and then it would just say update now or install now, and then you would hit that. Now this particular machine is up to date, so we don't have to worry about anything.
Mhm.
But if it did give us a list of things to install, we'll just tell it to go ahead and do it. Generally, you don't want to do it if you don't have a really fast computer. You don't want to do updates while you're working,
Right.
because sometimes it can slow the computer down.
Is one of the selections, when the little pop-up came down there, shutdown and update?
Yes,
So you can hit shutdown and update and leave the computer on, and it will continue to update even after you finish what you were doing.
yes, that is correct. And a lot of updates do require a restart. So, and I just want you to know, this is just a tip, just from my experience of being out in the field. If you're ever just browsing the internet or doing something on a computer and your computer just starts acting a little bit weird, it may be due to the fact that it needs an update. So a simple restart will take care of that. Okay? That is the first line of defense. If you have a problem, go ahead and give it a restart, because a lot of people tend to leave their computers on, which is not a problem. But sometimes they can get a little haywire, they can get a little kink in them, and a simple restart will go ahead and allow it to do updates, and it'll usually fix the problem. Okay? So, do we need to go over anything else here? I think that's pretty much it. The only thing I would want to just kind of touch on briefly is that Windows Defender. Check something real quick. Where are we? 24, okay, we're good. So, all right, Windows Defender. So, two things you need to know about your computer. This is very important. And this is what I'm going to be going on in the afternoon class. How to protect your PC. So I'll give you guys kind of a brief introduction to that. So two of the most important things that people fail to do when they get a computer is, number one, get an antivirus to protect their computer. All right? Antivirus, there's unfortunately people out there, they write pieces of code that goes and it infects your computer. A virus is pretty much just a piece of code or a program that goes in your computer, and it gives that person information off of your computer. So whether it's banking information, whether it's credit card information, anything like that, logins, that's what viruses do. They sit and they retrieve information and sends it back to the sender. So an easy way to prevent this is just to get a simple antivirus. And a lot of people don't do that. Or they do it and they'll get 3 or 6 months and they'll forget to renew. So when you're going to buy a computer, make sure you remember, or if a friend is going and buy a computer, make sure they remember to get a proper antivirus. Now there's plenty of different antiviruses out there, so it's kind of hard to know which one is the best one. Because we're a computer shop, we basically go all over installing antiviruses every day. So we get to see which ones work, which ones don't work. And I'm here to tell you, unfortunately, none of them are 100%, right? And I'll explain why a little bit later, but not one of them are 100%, but there are some that are a lot better than other ones. And if you do general purpose stuff, if you just